Hello again. This is Dr. Barnes. Today, uh, I want to address you as you are. That is, smart, capable, and inspirational individuals. Yet, some of you seem doubtful about these qualities and the immense impact your generation will have on the future of our economic and political system. My purpose today is to move toward that realization, how much power you really have, both separately and together, as a resource or resources with which I would suppose to imagine and to invent. I mean, this is really the essence of life. You can create your own reality that is a transparent sanctuary, giving you a view by which you can become anything you want, anything you want. It is where dreams are made, where imagination brings the creativity for writing, for example, to sway and win over those who can move you toward your life's goals. Please don't squander this opportunity because you have the power to create great dreams and seek out unlimited possibilities. It is what happens when you are awakened to hide in your dreams. I'm sure you have done this before. As a consequence, then, yeah, learning requires your closest attention. It is not usually a group project, at least in the beginning, and in fact is rather lonely unless you create your own sanctuary, your magic place, to open a book and fall in love with the book and stay there. That's what we mean by creating your sanctuary. I have never previously revealed this story, but once upon a time, believe it or not, there was a teacher who lived close by, in a modest house, of course, she was a teacher, that was near to the elementary school that I attended. She taught me in the fourth and fifth grades, and it was critical to my interest in writing and reading. Why do I bring up such an exciting story now? Uh, because I know it's not really that unusual. Well, it is because this particular teacher inspired me throughout those years, both with critical and essential discipline, which was both, I think, encouraging and motivating. You see, in my youth, I was sickly, dyslexic, learning disadvantage, and the recipient of bullying throughout this process. So writing was not natural. If anything, it was an unreachable goal because reading and writing was very challenging to say the least. So I learned that in reading a book, I was in a special place. That reading and writing was not really to be alone. Since that one teacher actually became my ticket, so to speak, I guess, in becoming a credible writer and researcher, to create my own reality and reach my dreams. Though it took many years to reach those dreams, one special person helped bring that about, that long journey. There are, of course, many others who helped reach these even higher goals. Some were, I would characterize as unlikely mentors. But what I discerned from all of them is that they always projected a shared learning environment. That they were learning from me as they were fulfilling their role as a teacher and mentor. Superiority was absent, but humility was always apparent, which left my determination and my spirit intact. In many ways, I was very fortunate and very lucky. Now, some of these same individuals are partners in intricate research projects that even my strongest critics and doomsayers marvel. After many years, three PhD programs, and complicated medical illnesses, I have been able to command the respect of some in academia and various positions concerning decisions regarding healthcare, medical treatments, protocols, and so forth. How did all this happen? Well, simply put, it happened because of the opportunities afforded by teaching, mentoring, leadership, and disciplined learning in reading and writing, and of course, arithmetic. Although my closest counselors say that perhaps I am gifted in to some extent, it has still been an extremely awkward and mysterious challenge, to say the least, to uncover and reveal these areas, which was made manageable by transparent sanctuary that helped create my own reality. You must do the same to be successful. So, with this background, writing an abstract then is perhaps the most difficult part of any research paper. There's no question about it. One student, in fact, once told me that writing an abstract left him feeling like the floorboard of a taxi cab. Humorous, but probably true in many cases. What the abstract does for the writer is to focus him or her on exactly what it is that she wants to say. Perhaps just as importantly, it alerts the reader and aggregates the audience to the fact that the writer is also focused and gives them an overall or general idea as to the scope and purpose of the topic. Let's look at some examples. Let's take the topic that there are too few kidneys given the demand for them. The theory then, the appropriate theory for that would be supply and demand. So let's put together just a simple abstract of less than 100 words here. That abstract should go something like this. There is an argument that reliance on dead people and Good Samaritan donors provides too few kidneys given the demand for the kidneys. Or given the demand for them would be proper. According to New Republic magazine, Jack Kevorkian, a Michigan pathologist, this is reality. His contention is that people are dying and that legally allowing for people to sell one of their kidneys would alleviate the shortage. This paper is concerned with Kevorkian's idea and its relevancy to the theory of supply and demand. That's a very simple abstract with a thesis statement. It describes the overall idea of the paper and then it gives the purpose of the paper. Very simple, straightforward. That helps to focus you. It's extremely important. Next topic, government Social Security and Medicare programs. The theory, monetary or money policy, and fiscal or taxing and spending policy. This would be a macroeconomic, I guess, paper if someone wanted to do a paper on this. The abstract would go something like this, and again, this is less than 100 words. In a recent speech to the Economics Club of Washington, Fed Chairman Bernanke urged actions to reform Social Security and Medicare, citing the pay-as-you-go system as putting future generations at risk for a lower standard of living. Based on the current consumption and savings rates, Bernanke reasons that a combination of raising taxes along with a reduction of budget deficits and changes in Social Security and Medicare would starve off a looming crisis, actually a looming fiscal crisis. The purpose of this research is to discuss those ideas and the consequences for future generations if notable actions do not occur. Now, those are two good examples. Of course, there's still the rest of the paper, which we're going to get to, and I'll probably give you I hope a good video on the analysis and the conclusion of your papers, because they're made up of three parts. At least in this course, we're saying that we need an abstract, we need an analysis based on that abstract, and we need a summary or conclusions based on your analysis. Very simple, actually, at least to say it is very simple. It's really not all that simple. You got to work at it. So if you're looking for more explanation, you can Bing or Google. Let's see the following query. You could say examples of research paper abstracts, and that'll give you greater clarification. I hope. Sometimes it's difficult to locate those, but see what happens when you do it. Sometimes you'll get exactly what you want. I sometimes go back and test myself to see if I'm still on the right track, because you have to constantly reevaluate what you're doing, and sometimes I do that, and I do it for my classes to make sure that I'm on the right track also. Okay, so the task here is to discuss the applicable theory and its relevancy to the topic or the issue. And of course, how do you do that is a difficult question. The best way is to keep abreast with economic issues and those that may relate to your interest utilizing search engines. If your research interest is in future technologies and socioeconomic issues, you may try many of several sources such as www.sciencedaily.com, www.popsci.com, www.hplusmagazine.com, and www.discovermagazine.com. Most of you are a product of the me generation and those beyond. So it may be in your interest to seek out what the future may hold and how, given current economic theories, you or society may be affected by such events. For example, finding relevant information efficiently, which is the key word here, requires you to search by linking concepts together. That is a critical point. Linking, link, in order to make sense of something and say something different about something. For example, there were two people, one a chemist in healthcare and the other an art designer, were looking through a microscope one day at a photo of the junction connecting nerve and muscle. When one said, maybe we can create unique art from the photo. And you know what? That's exactly what they did. This is an example of taking something and saying something different about it. In essence, this is what I want you to attempt. It is not easy, but with my help and your dedication, let's assume, we can create something new out of something else, beginning from imagination and ending with an imaginative and hopefully inspired outcome. Okay. Thanks, and you guys have a great day. Stay in touch, okay? All right. See you. Goodbye.